Welcome to Finca Live. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
Welcome back everyone. It's another beautiful day on the Finca.
It is.
We had a bit of an impromptu weekend. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yes, we did.
In the meantime,
lots of you have been asking about Alfie. How's he doing? So here he is. He's doing absolutely fantastically. Used to fit into the palm of one hand, yes, and now he's kind of 1.5 hands.
Twice
now.
The size he was when he first came.
He's coming on a treat. He's such a good boy.
He likes to play.
He sleeps through the night. He likes to play. Yes.
Yeah, he's very active. He's
absolutely covered in.
Eats like a horse.
Scratches on my legs where he likes to climb up my legs. Thinks it's a game, don't you?
So cool.
But yes, he's doing really well. So thank you for asking.
So yeah. Anyway, we'll crack on. This is what he does. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Come on, Alf. Right, okay, it's Sunday morning, and we don't normally work Sundays, but I came with it this morning, and this is bleeping fault. This is the controller power supply transformer for our UV water sterilizer. Obviously I need to get it done because we want, for the animals and for us, we want sterilised drinking water. All they are inside, you can see that there's a little bulb just like that, plugged in. So I'll unplug that. I've got a spare tube, we always keep a spare one, and that just slides out, as you can see, but unfortunately I just adjust the camera a little bit. So basically this tube just slides out. We just unplug it. It says like that. Slide it out, slide the new one in. We've always got spares, but unfortunately whoever fitted it, that was me, didn't do a very good job because this filter's in the way of letting it slide out. But fortunately, it's exactly a year, or 2 days less than a year since I changed this. It's recommended changing them every 12 months or so. This is our carbon filter and takes out all the nasty chemicals and things. So I'm going to whip this off, change that one at the same time, then I can do this, and from then on they'll both be in sync every 12 months. Change that as a routine maintenance thing basically. So first thing I need to do, turn the water off. So with the water off, I've depressurised the system. All we do, take our key. We always get a bit of water, so always put a little bowl under it. You always get a bit of spillage. Unscrew the filter. There it is, as expected. Right, I'll get rid of this, empty this, and then we can get our bulb out of the way. I shall be back momentarily. Right, okay, so I've actually had to remove this one as well. Not to worry, while it's all drained down. So, we just slide him out. It says, apparently, looks like I'm going to have to remove that other one as well. Just a moment. Okay. I'm going to put a new filter in that because it did look a bit brown. Right, so this should come out now. I'm wearing rubber gloves because apparently you don't want to get any, crikey, any grease on and that applies to any UV bulb because it can cause them to blow. Right, I'm guessing that's alright. So, there's our old one, here's our new one. Hopefully it's still intact in one piece. Which end do we want? The other one possibly. I'm going to try and hold it by the end with the connectors on so it doesn't get anything on it at all. There it is. Here he comes. No stickers on both ends. Right, yeah. How am I going to do this? I'm trying not to even touch it with the gloves on. It's got like little rubber band things on it. They sit at the bottom. It sits on those to stop it from oh dear, I've got a bob of water on there. Is that good or not? I'm going to clean it off actually. Right, okay. Right, so push him all the way in. But I need to put the cable thing on him first. He just plugs back on the end there. That's it. Push him right in. Then the plug goes back on. We'll put all these filters back and see if we're working. Right, cool. We'll plug the pump back in. Check for leaks, obviously. Put this back in here for disposal. Looks pretty good so far. Excellent. Right, I'll open the main valve, then we'll plug him back in. There we go again. He's off again. Wait for the pump's pressure up. Take my gloves off now. There we go. Right, let's plug this in and see what we've got in there. Right, okay, that's not really what I wanted to happen. It still says fault. Oh, good. Right, that didn't work then, did it not? So I can only assume that it's a fault with the transformer itself. Because it's a brand new bulb, you just see me put it in. So I'm going to have to order one. They're only quite cheap. Yeah, that's all I can do at the minute, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm going to have a look at a new transformer. In the meantime, I'm going to have to find another way of sterilising it. You can do it with chlorine and various other methods. Luckily, we've got it all contained in a big tank. So, I'll go and see what we've got. So in my forever quest to fix things, I just measured the voltages across the two pairs of pins. One varies between 12 and 16, the others vary between 5 and 8. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's supposed to be 55 watts. I checked the current, I'm getting less than half an amp, or around half an amp on one and less than half an amp on the other. Multiply that by the volts, doesn't give anywhere near 55 in any combination. So I'm going to assume that the transformer is kaput. Whether to buy a new one, they're like €70. I'll just replace the whole system. I may even go with a slightly smaller one, which is obviously going to be cheaper. I'm just going to measure the flow that we've actually got, because it should be within the realms of the smaller 25 watt one, which will also be kind of on our solar. So we'll come back to with my findings. Right, okay, so I've worked out the water flow on the pump. We're actually getting 5 gallons a minute, which means a smaller UV clarifier to purify the water will be fine. It's only 25 watts, the current one is 55, saving us a chunk of power overnight when the panels aren't producing. It's going to help our solar in the winter. Ultimately, it's less diesel in the generator. Anyway, now, so I need to, I don't know if you can make this out here, but it's an absolute bomb site of bits and wires and cables and tools and stuff. I want to get the utility finished off. This is our worktop. That's ready to go on. I need to clear this so I can make the doors. Right, I've just taken a couple of pictures of this, the label on the bottom. Hopefully we're going to try and be able to sell it. Well, I'm sure we will. Hopefully we'll get a decent amount back for it, because it wasn't cheap. I'm going to put it in the bag, put him back in the box, and then carry on getting the rest of it cleared. This isn't easy. Right, I've got it done. We've even got the little remote thing that goes with this to control it and program it as well, because it's limited what you can program with just the unit itself. So it's got everything. I'm getting there. It'll take me a whole day this. I've got boxes and boxes of stuff. I've got plumbing fittings, electrical fittings, all the stuff from the solar there, spare fuses, cable connectors, cable ties, etc, etc. They can all live in here. Spare MC4 plugs, the big spare breaker. Lovely. I think that's it for them. I'm just been looking through my plumbing box for the new UV clarifier. I need to reduce it because it's only 1/2 inch, the new one, because it's a slightly smaller flow. I'm on 3/4. I've got one reducer. I thought I had another one, can't find one, so I need to get one of them before it comes, which will be in a couple of days. Trying to think ahead. I'm nearly there with it. It will be ready for tomorrow. I will be making things tomorrow on it. Bit of light mission. Still loads more to do, but that can wait to another day. And I've had a little bit of a break. Our inverter has a capability. You can fit a Wi-Fi dongle to it and download an app so you can read exactly what it's doing from your phone. That's pretty cool. But the coolest thing is this little thing here. How this works, so clever. You plug one into the socket near your router, and then you plug that into your router with a normal internet cable, an RJ45 cable, whatever they're called, and then it sends power down the power lines, and I've got full Wi-Fi, full power in here. The inverter's just there. You put a little dongle on the bottom of it, and then it can talk to that and send it to your phone. Absolutely brilliant, these things though. We've had no Wi-Fi in here for forever, basically, just what the 4G you can get on your phone. That's absolutely brilliant. I can move in now. Yeah, you probably noticed I still haven't taken these off the wall. I've got more important things to do. I'll do them when I get bored one day, when I'm fed up, when I'm not fed up of doing wires and things. Anyway, happy days. Right, okay, so we've had a slight delay on the carrying on with the utility, with the cabinets in there, because, hurrah, the company that supplied the original batteries have finally, after days and what seems like an eternity of wrangle, have agreed to come and pick them up, which means we're hopefully a step closer to getting our money back on them, and it's a lot of money. I don't know what that thing is, but it's massive. Strange. So what I've got to do is disconnect them. What I'm going to do first is disconnect the mains from the switch, because that's the most sparkiest part of it, and then separate them. They're actually 6-volt batteries wired in 2 banks of series, making 24 volts, and then wired in parallel to go to the thing. So I'm going to separate the main power first, then separate the 2 banks, and then separate each one individually. We start off, get the live out of the way. In fact, we should probably start on the negative actually. There's no power being drawn from them, so there shouldn't be too many sparks. Get this undone. There we go, that's the neg off. Get him out of the way. Oh, yeah. I'm going to pop him out of the inverter now so he's safely out of the way. These just clamp into here. Ugh. Go. The pos is already turned off at the switch, so there's no danger of anything in here. Get him out of the way. Now, there we go. That's him. Put him in a pile. Right, and get the pos off now. Get this switch out of the way. It's all coming off slowly. Here he comes. I've made a space by the door to get these batteries to. These weigh 50 kilos each, so I'll be trolleying them probably one at a time. Then he's out. Get him out of the way. Get him out of there. Anybody want a switch with big wires on it? Put him down there as well. Next I'm going to separate the two banks of batteries. That's it. And then again, get the neg out of the way first. Put them off. Come on, get off. That's it, another one. Now the pos. Right now I can just take all the link cables off and separate them one at a time and shift them over to the door. Company's a nightmare. They just said they wanted him on a pallet. I had to palletise him. Your wish is my command. I've got some old ratchet straps in. They're all ratcheted to a pallet. Yes, they just try to make it difficult. We're a house, we're a residential house, not a packing company. But I've done the best I can, and I don't think they're going to go anywhere. All I've got to do now is get the laminator out and laminate a couple of labels for it with the returns number. So I'll go and get that done. I get nothing done today. Right, I was off to that mission. It's a bit late to start doing anything else, so I'm gonna get this old inverter off the wall, get it packed up and everything else. It should be quite easy, he says. We're just slacking them two off. It should just lift off. There we go. Ooh, to the bench. Right, getting back in his box. Not sure what we're going to do with this one. Yeah. Put him on the mezzanine with the rest of it. Cool, dusty. Right, just the other little charge controller left. Screwdriver. Right, we'll get these wires out of here. Again, these wires are just terminated up the land. There's nothing fixed to them now because we don't need them. So probably could put some outdoor lighting or something up there, some floodlights. Yeah, I'll get rid of these. And then what we're going to do with all this space here then now? It's like hang some pictures or something. And the last piece of the old puzzle. To be honest, the new stuff we put in is working absolutely fantastically. I'm not sad to see the back of this. No fault of any of this other stuff apart from the batteries. But it's not just the cost of the batteries, it's all the things that go with them, like the cables and everything, and the link cables, and you know, they all cost quite a bit of money. So we'll sell what we can. Things like this are good. People with motorhomes or campers or small installations would be perfect. The rest of the stuff will give it away as and when it's required, as people need it, I'm sure. Cool, right, it's out. Right, okay, so with all that done, bench is clear, just need to dust it off. You know they say about things coming in threes, bad luck coming in threes, is it? Whatever the expression is. We've had the batteries, big number one. The water clarifier, the UV purifier, number two. And guess what? My vice is broken. Look at this. It's not even a quick release one. Snap this bit off it. You shouldn't really be able to do that, should you? It's a draper. More scrap metal. So I use this a lot. I need to replace that as well. But other than that, so hopefully that's our three done now. We're ready to start on the things and getting the utility room done tomorrow. So onwards and upwards. Yeah, look at that. It's just... bring it closer to you. Snapped off. That bit has just snapped off there. I potentially have a go at welding it back together. But cast iron isn't that easy to weld, and I doubt very much over that's iron. I think they call it Chinesium or something like that. So now it looks like it's time for another one. Cool. It's not even that old either, and I never abuse it much more than just using the handle manually. It's not like I've had a big bar on it or anything. Oh, hey ho. Right, so in order to get more work done, I needed to tidy up in here. The big workshop tidy has started. All my bench is clear. I've cleared all what I call my engineering bench at the back over there. That's all nice, tidy, everything put away. I've still got over here to do and a bit of this bit as well. But softly catch a monkey, as they say. So that's fantastic. I'm made up with this. I think we're going to try and get that worktop installed today and then come back to the doors. I'm going to do a bit more tidying up, I think, as well. I just want to get it straight. It's so much easier to work. It makes life so much difficult when it's a tip. Shouldn't let it get this bad, but you do. So yeah, excellent, happy days. And while I'm at it, I'm actually going to carry on. I've got this box. I keep all my hole saws, drill attachments, spare drill bits, things like that in. It's absolutely full. I've just found another one here, so I'm going to transfer this lot over there. This is off that bench that I'm starting on now. We'll soon have this place ship shape. And get your house in order, first. Look at these. These look like hundreds of metal bits, masonry bits, wood bits. Crikey, he belongs in there. Cool, right, I'll get this swapped over and see what else we can do. Right, so we're going to get this worktop done now. I've had enough with tidying up. I'll do the rest another day.
At last.
But we've got to clear all this lot off first. We accumulate things on it.
It's terrible.
The bigger they are, the more stuff you accumulate on them.
Yeah.
And then we need to find homes for them.
I don't know if I showed you my grapes actually. We were given a load of grapes by our lovely farmer neighbour. I've given loads away because we just can't eat them all.
Something to eat them all.
But yeah, lovely.
Right, so we'll get this cleared off and then bring it through.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Lovely. As you can see, it's gone a bit curly. That's what wood does when it's thingy, but we'll soon fix that. Wonderful.
Excellent.
We'll have a mess about with it, get it in the right position. It doesn't look bad already there, actually.
Yeah. No, Baba. No. There we go. That's the first one to christen it.
Right, okay, so I've just shoved a load of glue under it. I'm just gonna lean on it and wham some nails in it. Like that. Ooh, that's hit something.
The screw underneath.
Right, I shall go and put the right size nails in it. Right, okay, they were the right size nails. It's actually a screw underneath and curled itself up. But I'll get it on, we'll sort it out in a minute. Let's say a good lean on that. Excellent, that one's got in. There's one in here. And that's down, I think, nearly. Right, now the back.
Look at that, lovely. I've got my worktop at last. Just need to get all this oiled now, and the doors need another coat. They only ever had one coat. And across the other side there, so happy days.
Hey. Fab.
Done. So on that note, brings us to the end of another video, guys.
Yeah, I needed to get that workshop tidy before starting the doors. You just couldn't work in there, and it's been with all the solar and everything. But now that's done, we can crack on.
We've had a couple of weeks where it's kind of thrown us out of sync a bit, but it's all sorted now.
Things
so
going wrong.
We're back on it again.
Yeah, so I'll be on the doors tomorrow.
Yeah.
You'll be on the oiling tomorrow.
I'm on the oiling tomorrow.
We're going to
yeah.
get this finished off
are.
in the next video. And
So
then we
hope
can move on to something else.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's alright. I was just going to say, hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have,
Yes, thank you
please
so much
click
for
on that
watching.
like button, and if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing.
Especially
We're
if you
up to-
made it this far.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for watching, and we will see you on Sunday.